I'd like to call the Site Plan Review Committee to order for Tuesday, December 17th, 2024. Roll call, please.
President Kardowski.
Here.
Trustee Paul.
Here.
Trustee Krowski.
Here.
Member Persick is excused. Member Quinn is excused.
Can be.
Member Pamprin. Oh, I'm sorry. Member Dan. Member Rathburn.
Here.
All right.
Okay, please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please remember our men and women throughout the world in uniform. I have no changes to the agenda. I need a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
A motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Number 5, action on the minutes of December 3rd, 2024 Site Plan Review Committee.
Move to approve, there's no corrections or additions.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve those minutes as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Number 6, action items. 6A, consider, discuss, act on a site plan review request for Biggby Coffee Drive-Thru Kiosk at the northwest corner of West Main Avenue and Spirit Way, parcel VA-L367-7. Aaron.
All right, thank you. I will share my screen and bring up the site plan. Okay, here we go. As indicated in the staff report, Robert Lee and Associates as the applicant on behalf of property owner OUM LLC is requesting site plan review request for proposed Biggby Coffee Kiosk at the currently vacant northwest corner of Spirit Way and West Main Avenue. The property is, as noted, currently vacant and zoned to I-1 light industry. Proposed retail use for a coffee shop is a permitted use within the zoning district. Within the I-1 zoning district, there are certain criteria or performance standards as identified in the staff report. The subject property does meet the performance standards for retail use within the I-1 district as indicated for all 3 points. As indicated in the site plan, there is a proposed access point to West Main Avenue, County Highway GF, right here. There was an approved access permit from Brown County. That permit has expired. They will have to apply for a new permit from Brown County, and that will be identified as a condition of approval when I read through them. In terms of the exterior, proposed materials do meet our requirements for landscape as well as exterior materials. There's a mixture of board and batten siding as well as shingle siding, which is going to get hung up here. But as indicated in the renderings and the site plan, it does meet our standards for exterior materials. In terms of the recommended conditions of approval, I'll note item 1, elevations A201 indicate board, batten, and shingle siding, but rendering option A depicts lap siding. The applicant has clarified that it is the board and batten and shingle siding as the proposed exterior materials, which is allowable under our code. Item number 2, screen any rooftop or ground-mounted mechanical units visible from the property boundaries or West Main Avenue Spirit Way rights-of-way. Conventional curb pan or mountable curbing is required for the proposed driveway and new parking lot expansion areas. Submittal and approval of a lighting plan with cut sheet to ensure light spillage does not exceed 0.5 candle feet at property lines. Light sources shall be shielded or installed so that there is not a direct line of sight between the light source or its reflection and a 0.5 feet or higher above the ground of adjacent property and public streets. Item 4, obtain an approved updated driveway access permit from Brown County Highway Department for driveway access to West Main Avenue, County Highway GF. Revised general parking note C on sheet AS 101 to reference Village of Ashwaubenon in Brown County. And then finally, number 6, meet all applicable requirements of the Ashwaubenon site plan review and all other applicable village ordinances. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Aaron, what's the square footage of this building? I'm not finding it.
Offhand, I don't have that number. I'm not sure if the applicant does. What was the question? The square footage of the building?
It's about 500 square feet.
About 500 square feet.
Okay, and it meets all of our requirements as provided in our ordinances.
Yes, sir.
Landscaping,
Yep, there's a submitted landscape plan that does meet our requirements.
My concern, Aaron, was the on, in, out for, on Main. I just didn't know if they would get approval for that, so.
Right, and that's the reason for the condition of approval. Basically, if for some reason Brown County says, you know what, that's not an appropriate use for that access point, the site plan is conditioned upon approval of that driveway access permit.
It did seem to be kind of close to Spirit Way.
Yeah, that's the location where the previous one was approved by Brown County, so they'll need to apply for that.
Yep, okay.
that was on what's,
It's close to, I thought the in-out was close to Spirit Way for
oh,
being on Main Street.
all right, if there are no other questions, I'll move to approve as presented with the highway cutaway needed for additional clarification,
Staff conditions?
with staff conditions.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve as presented with staff conditions. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, 6B, consider, discuss, act on site plan review request by VHC Inc. at 3080 Holmgren Way, parcel VA-228-14-K-15 for renovations and parking updates at VDH Electric. Will?
Just give us 1 sec to share the screen, and we'll have it pulled up here. Perfect. So VHC Inc. and Best Build Inc. as applicants have submitted a site plan review request for the parcel located at 3080 Holmgren Way in the village of Ashwaubenon, which is parcel VA228-14-K-15. They are submitting this proposal because they are looking to do some renovations and add some parking space in or on the property. Village code does require that any external improvements or external renovations on a property, as well as the addition to parking space, must go through site plan review committee. Currently, at the property, there are 2 exits, both facing Holmgren Way, as well as some informal parking there. What they are looking to do is formalize that parking area, as well as update the exterior of the building. You can see on the map here that the proposed parking is located right here. They're looking to add 7 spots there, and then the exterior, which this second image here will give a better idea of that. I'll bring it up. Sounds good. So what they're looking to add is pretty much just update the building. They're looking to add composite wall panels, as well as a cultured stone wainscot to the surface, and just kind of update the current exterior of the building. This is the building that is VDH Electric, which is located at the northwest corner of Parkview and Holmgren. In looking at conditions of approval, after reviewing the plans, I will just read through all the conditions of approval for the record. Item 1, the structure may not exceed the current footprint of the building or must comply with the 35-foot setback requirements. They must use fully concealed fasteners for wall panels. All new metal wall panels are to include a minimum 3-foot masonry wainscot as identified in the elevation plans. Additionally, with the new parking, they must use conventional curb pan or rolled curbing. It is required for any new parking or drive lane areas. And then last, they must meet all applicable requirements of the Ashwaubenon site plan review and all other applicable village ordinances. The applicants are currently in the audience, and I will do my best to answer any questions, otherwise they are here as well.
Well, is there anything from landscaping?
No, strictly based off the fact it's not a new property, so there's no concerns on the village end or in our code for it.
All right. You see the people are here from,
Yep, VHC Inc. and then also Best Built.
I know the building, it's a nice addition to the property. I don't see nothing wrong with it at all. It applies to all the ordinances we got. What do you guys wanna do?
It's all good.
Move to approve if no other questions are answered.
I'll second it.
Okay, with conditions of approval?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve as presented with conditions of approval. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Number 7, items for next agenda.
Yes, we will have items for next agenda. I did receive a PUD amendment. That's it for now, so we'll see if anything else comes in before the end of today.
Okay. So I need a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.